Welcome, everyone. Welcome to class today. I'm excited. I see Ayomide already in the building. Ayomide, kudos to you for showing up right on time. Welcome, everyone. Go tell others that we are live right now. We are live. We are live. If you can hear me, tell me in the comment that you can hear me. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, tell me I can hear you, Coach Fred. Okay, I see Uju. Uju, welcome. Welcome to class, Uju. How you doing? Who else is in the building? Who else is ready to be set on fire, to be set ablaze for their next level? Yes, this is going to be our most productive year. Productivity is such a game changer. All right. You see, when the Lord says that He never allowed rain to fall because there was no man to till the earth, it was deliberate. Meaning that if you can hear me clearly, I think my voice is quite raspy. Can you hear me? Let me clear up my throat. Okay. Shoma can hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Jimo is here. Miracle in the building. I see lounging. So, Phoebe, you're welcome. You're welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on board. This is going to be a 10 days journey, so we don't have to be in a hurry. We're going to be taking one step at a time. I think I love what Favor shared in the group earlier today that this is not a place for you to say, oh, I'm going to get everything all at a go. All right. It's a journey. And because it's a journey, we're going to be taking one step at a time. One step at a time. Ruth, you're welcome. Thank you for joining in. Where are you joining from tonight? Tell us in the room. Where are you joining us from? Tell us in the room. Are you joining us from Lagos, Nigeria? Are you in Port Harcourt with Coach Faith? Are you in London, Canada? Where are you joining us from? One thing I love about personal development is the need for us to understand that with personal development, we can really go far. All right, in all aspects of life. Abena is journey from Ghana. Beautiful. In all aspects of our lives, we can do exploits. All right, we can truly do exploits the moment we're ready to be immersed. This is an immersive experience. Nobody, we live in the most distracted generation, right? We are the most distracted people on earth. I mean, that have ever existed the planet. And for that reason, it simply means that we must be ready to immerse ourselves on the path of growth from time to time. Not just like a one-off webinar, it is important. We must be ready to deliberately immerse ourselves on the path of growth consistently. All right? If we don't do it consistently, we're going to drift. We're going to sabotage. Sabotage is really a default setting for the vast majority. Okay? It's a default setting. Okay. At the end of the day, if you don't get to immerse yourself on the path of transformation, it's gonna be difficult to scale. Life is not easy, it's not easy. Every day we're constantly going through challenges, but the moment we're able to immerse in an environment of growth, okay, that's why I founded the Growth Garden. How many of you are in the Growth Garden here? All right, I'm going to be inviting most of you to join us in the Growth Garden for 2025, 2026, sorry. All right, so let's go on. We're going to be looking at clarity. Like I said, the first 3 days is going to be centered around clarity, okay? So let me share my slide now so that we can do this. We're going to be here in the next 45 minutes. I hope to do 30 minutes if that's possible. If it's possible for us to do so. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, okay. So if I may ask in the comments, tell me, what do you understand by the word productivity? What do you understand by the word productivity? When we say productivity, what does it even mean? In fact, before coming on board to do this, I even had to go get certified as a productivity coach. I really wanted to know what's going on. All right, I've read a lot of productivity books. If you check out my bookshelf here, there are a lot of books on productivity, and I was like, oh my god, let me go get certified as a productivity coach. Let me see what's going on in the world of productivity. Right. So let me ask you, what is productivity? What is productivity? Tell me, tell me, tell me. What is productivity? What do you understand by that? What do you understand by that? Okay, if you have a word, a sentence, whatever, I just want you to share as it comes. All right. Don't try to. be professional. And just share the way it is. Share the way it is. I love to read from you. I love to read from you. Anna Bong, thank you for joining. Okay. Yes, personal development is truly a lifelong journey with you. It is. It is. But a lot of people really do not understand how to navigate it. And that's why I'm here as a coach. Because it's really not just about saying it, that it's a lifelong journey. It's about doing the work deliberately. Okay. Becoming deliberate. There's such a thing as deliberate practice. And that's why a lot of people have not been able to build mastery. They've not been able to build mastery. And they've not been able to build mastery because they don't understand the need for them to deliberately, constructively, okay, break down the journey so that it can be effective. Otherwise, we're just going to be moving around the circle. The journey is going to be a hazard, okay? The journey is going to be a hazard if we don't stay deliberate. Okay, someone says productivity. We just says productivity is all about being fruitful, measurable output within a specified time. Okay, that's great. That's from Ali. Um, being useful and effective. Interesting. Eric, welcome from Enugu. Be useful and effective. How many of us are useful? Mm. How many of us are useful? So we want to be able to maximize our strength, want to maximize our capacity, want to maximize all that we have on the inside of us. We want to maximize them. All right, when we talk about potential maximization, it really ties back to productivity because we know we have potential really the question is not about whether we have it or we don't have it. We already know, we are certain that we have potentials, right? We even call them infinite potentialities. We have multi dimensions, multi expressions. Okay, as humans, that's how God has made us to be. But then how come a lot of us are not able to really maximize what we've got on the inside? Mhm. What we've got on the inside, looking at the fact that we have limited time. Mhm. At best, 100 years, 150. How many of you want to spend on 200 years? 200. I've not seen 200 though. I think the highest I've seen lately has been 120, 130, right? At best 70, right? But how do we maximize the little amount of time that we have here on earth? You know, when Miles Moreau used to say that time is really limited when it comes to a life of purpose, I really didn't understand because right here as I'm seated, there are a lot of projects I want to carry out, but I really do not have the expanse of time, energy, resources to be able to do that. To be able to do that. Many of you can also attest to it. Like there's so much you know God has placed on the inside of you, but you really do not know where to even start. You really do not even know where to start. So it's really a challenge to maximize the resources at our disposal, especially time, energy, money, and all the other forms of resources. Attention is also another one, right? Attention. Somebody says productivity means output. Okay, interesting. So before there's an output, there has to be an input. I love that. I love that. Okay, before there is an output, there also has to be an input. Okay, let me read from this other side. Um, Steva says adding the most amount of value in the least possible time. Come on, your adding the least, adding the most amount of value. Did you all see that? Did you all? In fact, we are done with today's masterclass. We should just go and sleep right now. hmm We should go and sleep. We should go and sleep. You guys are so good, right? Adding the most amount of value in the least possible time. Did you see that? So many of us are not maximizing how much of value we're bringing to the table within the space of time that we have. We keep complaining, oh, I don't have enough time. Oh, I do not have this. I do not have that. We keep looking at all the things that we do not have. Whereas there is so much that we already have. It's just about maximization. We don't know how to maximize. Miles Moore wrote a book many years ago titled Maximizing Your Potential. How many of you read that book? Maximizing. I'm a reading coach as well, so I'm going to be recommending a lot of books on this journey. Get ready. He wrote a book, Understanding Your Potential. That was the first on the series, followed by Releasing Your Potential and then Maximizing. In fact, if you read Maximize, you'll be like, oh my God, what am I doing with my time? What am I doing with my life? So clarity is a prerequisite towards productivity in all that we have shared so far. It's so beautiful. So in the next 10 days, we are going to completely rewire how we approach our lives. That's the overall essence of the 10 days conversation. how we approach our lives, our work, and our purpose. So today is the one. We're starting with clarity. How do we approach our lives? How have you been able to approach your work on a daily basis when you wake up? No, we're not talking about the to-dos now, like the items you have on your list. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. That's not what we're talking about here. Come on. We're talking about how you can begin to approach your daily encounters, your daily engagement, even your purpose. How many of us believe we have purpose here? Can welcome. How many of us believe we have a purpose? If you believe you have a purpose, type purpose. So how have you been able to approach that purpose that you think you have? How have you been able to approach it? How have you been able to approach it to ensure that you're able to stand out in the scheme of things? So for those of you that are just listening to me for the first time, my name is Faith Michael. I'm a personal development coach, productivity execution strategist. I'm also a vision amplifier. What that simply means is that I help leaders amplify their vision, structure their blueprint, put out the roadmaps and all the beautiful things that they have at heart in a proper way so that they can really maximize their impact. All right. I've been able to found communities over the years, different communities of over 200,000 members across the 5 nations of the world. My core values include integrity. In fact, I'm big on integrity. You can see that it is number one there. So I don't promise what I cannot do. I don't, I don't say yes when I know it's a no. Because I'm a daughter of Zion. I'm a child of God. I'm a kingdom steward. So that is my identity at my core. I love to learn. I love growth. That's why I created the Growth Garden. I love personal development. We started off the Growth Garden this year. I've run community on personal development coaching for the past 5 years. All right, this is my 5th year officially coaching. But I started off my first community back in 2017. I love learning. That's why I created the Real Leaders Book Club. Real Leaders Book Club has been a powerful community over 8 years currently. Somebody should type 8 years. If you were to give birth to a baby in 8 years, you see that baby should be cooking indomie now, isn't it? Isn't it? That baby should be cooking indomie. So my reading community is currently over 8 years. We completed 8 years August last year. We hope to do other big things as we continue on this journey. And I know some of you here are also going to be partnering with us at multiple levels. I'm an intentional woman. I'm a purpose woman, and I love impact. I love impact. Anything called impact, that's even if there's no money attached to it. Yeah. Somebody sent me a DM. I was like, "Hello, man. Are you sure you're gonna do this for free for 10 days?" I said, "Yes, it's for free." And she's like, "Okay, well, I hope there are no hidden charges." Things like that. I love impact. Okay. I'm not here to give you theory. We're here to have a tete at a tete. That's how they call it, right? We're here to have a tete a tete. So that at the end of the day, you simply begin to understand what works. Now, let me say this before I go on. There is one beautiful thing I want you to understand that when you know how a thing works, it simply works better. Type that in the comment. If you've been making Eba for 20 years, and then somebody comes up and is like, this is the best strategy to make Eba, you are going to be so blessed. Let me share a beautiful story with you all. There was this young lady that traveled all the way from the north down to this part of where I live. And then she says with her aunt in the shop where they sell provisions. How many of you know provisions? Biscuits, food items, and some other things. That's what they sell in the shop. And then I used to see her in that shop. I would go there, I would buy. She doesn't understand English. So there was this day. There was this day. That was just about 4 years ago. There was this day I'd gone to their shop. I don't cook moi moi. I don't know what you call it. There's another name for that. But I don't cook it because I didn't have the capacity then to be able to wash it. Or I think that I have 2 young kids and I do coaching and I have a lot on my plate. So washing these and coming to cook moi moi was a hassle for me. All right. I didn't even have an assistant. So I was just doing everything myself. So I remember that very day, I was right there in the shop and this young lady was told to go cook momo. And I was like, how is she going to cook momo with that? I was only of her eyes, easy now. Before I knew it, she started to manipulate these things. Oh my goodness. And in less than 10 minutes, somebody should type 10 minutes. In less than 10 minutes, in less than 10 minutes, family, she was able she was able to wash the beans so clean. That was a full-blown masterclass for me. You see, for over 30 years of my life, I've been washing beans for hours. Like I would struggle, I would cry. But in 10 minutes, an illiterate, a stark illiterate who was literate in beans washing, was able to do it so well and I learned from her. She didn't even know I learned, but I learned from her. Now, what am I saying in a nutshell? Is that if you've been trying to win through life for the past 10 years, 20 years, there's an aspect of life you're in, you've been trying to keep up, and it's almost as though things are not working. And now you are here in this productivity class, and you're like, what does she even have to say to me? I like you to sit back because one word is going to shift that paradigm for you. One word is going to clear up that sabotage that has been standing as a coping mechanism that has kept you stalled for the longest of time. Mhm. It's going to clear them off. It's going to clear them off. It's going to be like a deliverance, right? And you're going to go home with a testimony. Say amen. Start amen. You're going to go home with a testimony. So a lot of us are so busy. Your calendar is packed. You have endless to do. But here's the hard truth. Busy doesn't always equal productivity. Yeah, Uju, I see that. I got you. Busy don't always equal productivity. Okay? Here is the research by Harvard Business Review that 41% of our daily activities are things we do of out of habit. The things we do out of habit, not because they actually matter, not because they actually matter. Like you wake up in the morning, nobody tells you how to brush your teeth, right? You wake up in the morning, nobody says, "Oh, this is how you wash your mouth." These are you, those things you do them on autopilot. That's why I wrote the book Automate Your Growth. If you have not gotten Automate Your Growth, I want to recommend it today. Go and get your copy. All right, Automate Your Growth. All right, I'm gonna share the link in the group after now. You need that book in your life. In fact, I was able to break down how you can begin to automate your life for good because a lot of people keep running in circles. All right, most of the things you do every day, they are actually being done out of habit. Okay, out of habit. It is not that you don't want to change. It is not because you're lazy. All right, it is that you're doing those things out of habit. The essence of today's conversation so that you can receive clarity and then you can begin to live your life from the place of intentionality. Here's the question that can change everything for you today. Are you working hard on the right thing or you're just working hard? Which one? Tell me in the comments. Which one is your hard? Are you working hard or you're just working hard? Are you working hard on the right things or you're just working hard? Okay? Like people will say, if hard work can really give money, can make you a billionaire, wheelbarrow pushers would have been the biggest of them all. You see the way these guys in the market, they carry big bags of beans. I don't know how many kgs that is, but so heavy, they carry it on their shoulders, and you see them, they are running with the load. When you look at their bank account, they are as broke as what you can think about. Some of them are just barely living off of the daily income that they make just so they can eat. Okay, so are you working hard on the right things or you're simply just working hard? Which one is your hard? Because most people aren't failing because they lack discipline, they're failing because they lack clarity. Come on now, clarity is what creates room for necessity. I like you to type that in the comment. Clarity is what creates room for necessity. All right. There's several things that we do. We do them because we feel we need to do them. Right. We are winging it. We are believing and hoping that a miracle will soon happen. Like the saying goes, that it is only an insane person that keeps repeating the same action and expecting a different result, expecting a different outcome. You see that? And expecting a different outcome. So these guys are just climbing the ladder. They are climbing so fast, only to realize it is leaning against the wrong wall. Sound familiar? Like, have you been there? Have you been there? Thank you, Enabon. Have you been there? Like, you're climbing so fast. And after I was just realized that I was actually climbing on the wrong thing. I was actually climbing on the wrong ladder. I was actually climbing on the wrong ladder. I know someone will say it's not my portion. Okay. My slides are messed up. Sorry about that. Okay. Someone will say it is not my portion. Okay. It is not my portion, like I said before. It's not a strategy. It is not my portion isn't a strategy. You must be ready to do the work. So why does it matter? Why does today really matter more than you can think about? The first thing you have to know is that you cannot build a productive year on a shaky foundation. You cannot build a productive year on a shaky foundation. While I was praying and brainstorming and envisioning this very day, this very program that we're going to meet like this Somebody should say hallelujah in the comments because this is actually a reality. While I was preparing for this, I somebody sent me a message. I don't know if the person is here, but the person was like, "Oh, Coach Faith, I want to be able to have a very strong personal mission for 2026. I want to achieve my goals." Isn't that the prayers that we all pray? Because most people, many a times, will skip this foundation, the foundation of clarity, and they will start running on autopilot. Okay? You skip the foundation of what kind of growth you are looking at for on your personal development journey, and then you start reading any book you see. You start reading random books because the titles are beautiful, because a friend wrote the book, you went for a lunch party, because several other becauses. And at the end of the day, those things are not connected to our journey. Remember, I spoke about the fact that personal development is a lifelong journey, isn't a strategy. The strategy that allows, that permits for growth at the level of your vision, at the level of your purpose and assignment is a personal development that is deliberate. By deliberate, I don't mean the word deliberate because it's a all right. I shared that framework in my book, Expanding Your Capacity, right? This my book, right? The art copy is available, all right? Expanding your capacity. I shared that framework. Being deliberate is a framework, is a pathway, all right? You cannot just wake up and say, oh, today I want to be more intentional. I'm going to read 3 books. Those things are good, they're foundational, right? They're foundational. I'm talking to leaders here, I believe. I'm talking to visionaries, all right? If you're a visionary in the room, type vision, all right? I'm talking to visionaries. I'm not just talking to casual people. I'm talking to those who are deliberate about their lives, who want to take transformation to the next level. Like you're tired of sitting down in one space for a long time. You want to break out of that echo chamber. You want to break out of that cocoon that has kept you for a long time. You are tired of the familiar. You are like, Coach Faith, I need deliverance support. I want to move to my next level. Those are the people I am talking to today. You see that? So if you understand that I'm talking to you, it means that you must be ready. Because most people aren't failing because they lack discipline, like I said before. They are failing because they lack the foundation. And that foundation is necessary. Otherwise, you keep on doing the daily things that you do, the tactics and all the things that you do without having a long-term strategy. All right? Without having a long-term strategy. Strategy is harness the key resources at your disposal. Come on now. The key resources such as time, energy, your money, your attention. How do you harness those key resources? That's strategy. But tactics could just be you wake up in the morning, you say, oh, I'm not going anywhere today. So today I will read books for 6 hours. Today I will listen to my coach for this. Today I will do this. That isn't a strategy. Okay? I want you to understand that the reason that you see yourself moving in circles and at the end of the day, 1 year later, 6 months later, you are like, what happened to my life? Why am I not getting the result that I see? If you are a business person here and in 2026 you want to make $1 million, I always make examples with $1 million. I know I'm making it very soon. Somebody should type amen for me. Amen for Coach Faith. All right. So I want to make $1 million in and start talking about making $1 million. No, before productivity webinar series was set in place, I just told you guys I became certified as a productivity coach, right? I've been coaching for the past 5 years, but I still needed to sit down in the room to learn, okay, how to be a productivity coach, how to be able to help as many who would want to work with Coach Faith, who would want to learn from Coach Faith. I really don't want to wing it. How do I build this foundation? What are the fundamentals? What are the basic things we need to look at for to ensure we're able to live a productive life? Somebody say amen for me. Oh. I said say amen for Coach Faith. All right. So today we are going to uncover the reason you have been stuck, all right, in that busy trap. We're going to identify what actually matters in your life right now. We're going to be able to strip away 80% of the noise that is draining your energy. Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. 80% of the energy. We're going to help you discover your core values. Somebody should type values, your core values, and then you're going to create a personal purpose statement. This is the foundation of everything. Personal purpose statement. Now, let's look at some of these brutal and honest truth. Just listen to me. My slide may be messed up. If you cannot see them clearly, please listen to me. All right. An average person An average person, 2 hours 23 minutes daily, spend 2 hours 2 hours 23 minutes daily on social media on average. That's a data reporter 2024, just very recent here, just very recent. An average person spend 2 hours 23 minutes daily on social media. If you are there, type I am there. We check our phones 96 times per day. That's Asurian 2023. 96 times per day. 96 times per day. That's the rate. That's the alarming statistic. 60% of professionals spend more time managing work than doing work. Okay, they spend more time managing work than doing work. So if you are always busy but never fulfilled, you are not productive. You are simply distracted. You are just distracted. Do you see that? You are not productive. You are productive. You are distracted. If you are always busy but never fulfilled. In my last webinar with members of the Growth Garden, I spoke about the differences between success and fulfillment. In fact, we all contributed. It was a collective conversation. We understand that success is that you can achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. You can set goals, you can do all of that. But the truth is, fulfillment is farther than that, it's deeper than that. Okay? It goes beyond that. So when you are always busy and you're not getting fulfilled of it, it means that there is a problem. Here's the productivity paradox I like you to look at for. The more productive tools we create, the less productive we become. The more productive tools we create, the less productive we become. Why? Because we are solving the wrong problem. We are solving the wrong problem. The real problem is not in creating more tools. Okay, you're going to understand what that means as we continue. Because many a times we are trying to do more when what we really need is to do less of what truly matters. Okay, what doesn't matter? Do less of what doesn't matter. Okay, do you see that? According to Greg McKeown, how many of you know Greg McKeown? Greg McKeown is the author of Essentialism. Essentialism, such a well-structured book. It says that if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. I like you to type that in the room. If you do not prioritize your life, someone else will. So what does clarity actually mean? Clarity is not about knowing everything. It's about knowing one thing. I know this one is hard. I've been there. It's so difficult, family. I must say this to you. It's so difficult. Like focusing on one thing is not a small thing. I needed to train myself, okay, to be able to do this. There's one book I love. It is called The One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. How many of you have read a book by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan? Okay, be typing those books so I can get them and read by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. The title of the book is The One Thing. Clarity means choosing one thing. Choosing one thing. Yes, yes, Mami, thank you for sharing that. Let me place that in the highlight. If you do not prioritize your life, someone else will. That's it. So I like you to go with the one thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. Your ability to look at 100 opportunities and confidently say no to 99 of them. Okay, that's what clarity is. 100 opportunities flying left, right, and center. Okay, and be able to just pick just one and say, I'm going to stay here. We die here. We die here. That's what it means. Focus means saying no to the 100 other good ideas by Steve Jobs. Saying no to the 100 other good ideas. That is focus. Is it making sense to you? If it's making sense to you, type sense. In fact, when I was writing this stuff, I was like, oh my God, are you sure we're not going to create? Let me not say it yet. Let me not say it yet. Let's continue. You're going to understand later as we continue on this journey. It's a 10 days journey now. We don't have to be in a hurry. Okay? Focus means what? Saying no to the 100 other good things. Say no. Say no to them. Is it easy to say no? No. The day I realized that no is a complete sentence, N-O, no, it's a complete sentence. Many a times when somebody comes to us, or maybe there's an opportunity, and where our feedback is a no, all right, sometimes we want to explain our no. Do you see that? We want to explain our no. Okay, I've said no, and so what? But we really want to explain the reason we have said no. All right? You have to come to the point where you understand that no is actually a complete sentence. Somebody should type that in comment. No is a complete sentence. Now, here is the cost of living without clarity. Number one, you're going to be responding to other people's priorities. Responding to other people's priorities. That is the cost of living without clarity. Number two, you're going to be working on projects that will drain you. You're going to be working on projects that will drain you. Projects that will drain you. Number three, you're going to go to bed wondering, what did I actually accomplish today? What happened in my life today? You go to bed asking yourself those questions. How many of us have been there? If you've been there, say I've been there. Like you go to bed after all the back and forth, the glass balls, and then you're so tired though. You are so tired. And then you go to bed and you're like, what did I even do today? You are not counting ceiling. What did I even accomplish today? What happened in my life today? You see, what happened in my life today? What did I accomplish? Do you see that? Here are the three levels of clarity I want us to look at for. Level one, personal clarity. Type that in the comments. Personal clarity. We're going deeper now. Personal clarity. Who am I? What do I value? That is personal clarity. You're going to do this assignment. Please take a screenshot of this very slide. Who am I? What do I value? Personal clarity. Personal clarity. That is the first level of clarity. Number two, purpose clarity. Why am I here? Why am I here? Thank you, Fongwa. Why am I here? That is purpose clarity. It's like a 3P framework. Personal clarity, purpose clarity, and then priority clarity. Priority clarity. Who who am I and what do I value? That's personal clarity. Purpose clarity is why am I here? We don't talk about who you are, we're talking about identity. All right? Identity. What do you value? That also points to the question of who are you becoming per season. Okay, who you are becoming can also influence your values. You see that? Because you can pick up a value system that you're not practicing yet. You are not there yet, but you believe you can be there. All right. It's just like somebody is giving an award. Oh, you are the most humble person in this room. You have humility at the core, right? You are a humble person. But the person is like, I'm not humble. I'm not humble. They are saying go and be humble. That's why they are giving you the award in advance. All right. So what you value can be now, can be on the journey of becoming. You can decide to pick it up, right? As you see me doing what I do, for example, I can rub off on you, and there's a value you have seen in me, and you pick it up. All right, it's possible. Why am I here? That has to do with what you want to do. That is your purpose now. The priority clarity has to do with what deserves your attention. Mm-hmm. What deserves your attention? These are the three different levels of clarity. So that at the end of the day, your productivity can make sense. Okay? So by the time we are done with the three on this journey, remember the one to the three is on clarity. You don't be locked in. You understand on a deeper level. Everything else will build on this foundation. Everything else will build on this foundation. All right. If you are learning type, I am learning coach safe. Everything else will build on this foundation. Now let's talk about your core values. Let's talk about your core values. Okay. Your core values are the non-negotiables in your life. The non-negotiables in your life. Those are your core values. Simple. Simple as ABC. Those are your core values. Your non-negotiables. Many people do not know their core values. You are going to know and you're going to go back and write them down. Your non-negotiables. Because many people have never identified their core values, so they are living by default, not by design. Okay? So there are certain things you want to do. Let me give you an example. There are certain things you want to do in life, or maybe somebody invited you somewhere, but you know deep down that there is no peace. You are not okay by making such decision. Even when you said yes to that person, you started to fight yourself. You're like, why did I say yes to this person? It's a core value thing. All right. If you are intentional and you continue to study your path, you continue to steward your journey, it's going to become clearer over time. Okay. It's going to become clearer over time because values are easily unraveled through our daily actions, through our daily encounters. Those are the best way we unravel our core values. Because sometimes these things are inherently, some of them we inherited them, yes. we can inherit values from family background, right? Values can also stem from our beliefs, maybe your religious background, right? It can also stem from your environment, your society. It can stem from your workplace, the people you've intercourse or interacted with. Okay, so values can rub off on you from the systems you have also connected with. So most people have never identified their core values. So they are living by default every day, anywhere but left is. How many of you know what that means? Please, you can interpret for those that are not Nigerians. Please do so. Cameroonians, do you understand this? Ghanaians, Canadians, do you understand what I'm saying? Like anywhere but left is. What does it mean? How do you say it in your place? All right. So at the end of the day, I'm not an English teacher. I'm here to teach you productivity. So at the end of the day, companies and individuals who operate from clear values outperform those who don't by up to 30%. That's a research from Barrett Value Center. So values aren't soft, they are strategic. Values are not soft, they are strategic. So when you understand your core values, it becomes the internal compass that can lead you on the right path. Okay, that can lead you on the right path. So when we talk about productivity and you don't understand values, come on now, you're not a productive person yet, because values says a lot about us. All right, value says a lot about us. So let's carry out this exercise quickly. Think about a moment when you felt most alive, most fulfilled, most you, most yourself. All right. Now, if you love what is happening here, I ran this ad to different countries. Okay, I think currently we're over 900 who have actually registered for this program. Okay, so you saw my ad. There were hundreds of thousands of people saw this ad, but you decided to click on the link to join this webinar. Why did you join? It's a value thing, right? It's a value thing. It means that if for any reason one of your core values is growth and learning, all right, just like Coach Faith, one of your core values is growth and learning. You would have been in another place this evening. Why are you even here with me? And why am I doing this? Irrespective of whatever it is that has brought me here. Why am I doing this? It's a value thing. All right. So this is how you unravel your values on a daily basis. Are you good? So when was the last time you felt most alive? You felt most fulfilled or most you? What was present in that moment? What was present in that moment? For example, I don't like issues. I don't like troubles. I love to make peace. All right. It's one of my core values, right? So freedom, connection, creativity, impact, growth. Write it down. Please start writing it down. You're here. I see over 44 of you right here in the room. Type your core values. Type them down in this comment section. I want to see them. Please keep typing. Don't type everything before you send. Type one and send. Type the other one and send. Keep sending. Keep sending. As you are reflecting, is the exercise. You need to do it in this class. As you are reflecting, type down your core values. I want to read them from you. I want to read them from you. What are your core values? Freedom, connection. I'm currently working on a value dictionary. All right, on a value dictionary. So, what are your core values? I'm listening. I'm reading. Growth, interesting. Growth, growth. All right. What else? What are your core values? Freedom, interesting. What are your core values? What are your core values? Write them in the room. I see an Enola. I see Afolabi says freedom, growth and personal development. Would you? That's great. Enola says learning. Lounge Soul says learning. Afolabi from Lion says connection. So good. I love it. I love it. Connection, discipline, independence. Oh my God. Interesting growth. Okay. What other values do we have? Creativity. Yeah, I love creativity too. Yeah, creativity. Integrity. There's every tendency that all of us that are in this room right now, we have similar core values because we're intentional about our growth, right? And I want to celebrate you for that. Impact. Oh my God. You cannot learn and not impact the next lesson. So impact has to be there. Focus, discipline, integrity, organization, connection. Interesting. Uju says, yes, that's why I love sisterhood. Interesting. Okay. Creativity. Creativity. What else? Integrity. Beautiful. So these are our core values. They are so powerful. Write them in your notepad. Write them somewhere. So that from today on, you now begin, okay, to deliberately Take your time to steward your journey. Networking, patience. Okay. So now I like you to flip it. Think about a time when you felt angry or deeply disappointed. Okay. When was that time? What value was being violated? What value was being violated? Where you were disappointed, you were angry, you felt so bad. What value was being violated? Your emotions um, are, are breadcrumbs leading you to your what? Your values. They are breadcrumbs leading you to your values. So write them down. When was the last time you felt angry in a situation? Maybe you didn't have money and you were broke and you felt so bad. It means you love freedom too, right? Because you don't have money, you're going to be limited in your choices, in your orientation, in your exposures, and a whole lot of opportunities may not be there. Okay? Would you hate late coming? Oh my God, I hate it too. Would you, why are we loving the same thing now? I don't understand. I hate it. I love to keep the time. Many of you can attest to. If I'm going to be late for this class, like if I'm going to be late for this class, I will definitely let you know. Okay, my default settings will be here exactly 6 or 5 minutes to 6, and I'll be waiting for 6. All right, that's it. I hate it with passion, and I don't love others to do it to me. Lack of discipline. Interesting, interesting. So keep writing them down. These are common core values examples that, like I mentioned before: integrity, freedom, growth, family, creativity, impact, excellence, connection, adventure. The reason we're doing this exercise is to remind you so that when you are feeling somehow at the end of your day's work, at the end of your engagement for the day, you should know that you have breached your values in some way. All right. You're just feeling uneasy. Like you've done so many things today. It means you maybe probably you did all the wrong things and you left your most important project. You didn't keep up with your most important project. Okay. That's why somebody like Brian Tracy wrote a book for us specifically titled Eat That Frog. Eat That Frog, meaning do the most important thing first in a day before you start to talk about other areas. Do the most important thing first. Here is an alignment text. Once you know your values, everything becomes easier. So ask yourself, does that opportunity, this opportunity, align with my core values? If yes, it gets your energy. But if no, it gets a kind of no thank you, right? So successful people say no to almost everything. Warren Buffett, that's a quote by him. Really successful people, they say no to almost everything. No to almost everything. I used to judge people for certain things that they do, the way they behave. Oh, I just went to the person's house. They did not pay attention to me. They were so busy. Is it that I do not matter? Now I understand better. Because right now, you cannot even visit me without an appointment, right? Yeah, you cannot visit me without an appointment. You cannot just come to my house and knock the gate. Yes, I'll be so loving. I'll be like, oh my God, how you doing? How's family? Oh, you came at the wrong time. Right now, I'm at the heart of a particular project. Please, can we reschedule for another time? Because I'm a spiritual woman. I'm a sister of the Lord. Okay, I'm a sister of the Lord. Okay, but if I'm at the heart of work, like I'm teaching this class now, and then you're knocking my gate, you're like, hello, hello, Coach Faith, I want to see you. You're going to be there. You're going to knock till I'm done with this class. You see that? You're going to knock till I'm done. If you eventually have somebody who listens to you, person is going to know, oh, they're probably busy or they probably this, right? That is what I'm saying. There should be an alignment test for you to be able to keep up. All right? Are you learning? If you are learning, say, Coach Faith, I am learning. Now let's talk about purpose. We have talked about values. Okay, let's talk about purpose. Your North Star. Values tell you who you are, but purpose tells you why you are here. Come on now. Purpose tells you why you are here. Do you know why you are here? Tell me. If you know, say I know. Do you know why you are here? If you know why you are here, say I know. Your purpose isn't a destination, it's a direction. It is a direction. That's it. Perceiving there is something God wants you to do. All right. That's why it's a direction. It's not a place for you to come and build a house. Okay. When God is saying build a tent, hmm God is saying build a tent like Abraham, and you say no, no, no. I want to build a house. This is my permanent location. Right? Purpose is a direction. From season to season, as you grow, as you advance, values get better. Purpose is also going to grow and advance. All right. It's going to grow and advance. God is going to also begin to open your eyes to things that you never knew you could do, right? There's an entry point and there is also an exit point where you're finally done on the planet, right? And there's the in between. So your ability to understand that purpose is not a destination, it is a direction. All right, it is a direction. So working hard for something we don't care about is going to stress us out. The reason people get stressed is because they are working hard on the things that they don't care about. They are working hard for something they do not care about. But the moment you start working for something that you love, something that you care about, it's called passion. That's a quote by Simon Sinek, the author of Find Your Why, Start with Why. I always recommend these books. Simon Sinek. You see that? So purpose is what? A direction. Now let's craft our purpose statement. This is another assignment we're going to do now. Are you ready? So I already tap. I am ready. I'm ready, Coach Faith. We are done with 45 minutes. I said we're going to do 45 minutes. It's almost as though we just got started. But let's try and round up pretty soon. Okay. I exist to. That is the action. So that I can do this. So here is the example there. Did you see the example there? Okay, I exist to empower others so that they can live with clarity and confidence. I exist to create beauty so that people can feel hope. Do you see that? So you're gonna do this as an assignment. I'm gonna drop it in the WhatsApp group. After this class, we are going to open the WhatsApp group and then you drop your purpose statement. Are you ready? You drop your purpose statement and then you drop 5 of your core values. Please type it down. You're going to write it this way. My name is Faith Michael. And from today's class, I learned this and I learned that. Here are my 5 core values. And then you now go to the bottom and say, this is my purpose statement. It's okay if you're not clear yet. Write what you know for now. Clarity is unlocked on the journey. I will not say when I started 8 years ago, I was like this. Many of you knew me there. You will not even connect to me, right? So, purpose is a journey that will be unlocked over time. Clarity comes with commitment, with doing the work, with showing up again and again. That's how you unlock clarity. Okay? So that is why God is new every morning. It's a revelation, right? You get to understand the next thing that God wants you to do per season. So you're gonna do the assignment. I drop it on the WhatsApp group. I need you to be committed to it. We'll open the WhatsApp group for an hour. After an hour, we're gonna lock it. Can we do an hour? Okay, let's do 1 hour. So after an hour, we lock it because of spammers. All right. So we lock the group after that. So you're gonna do the assignment. Have you taken a screenshot? Take a screenshot. Don't write what is on my slide, please. You're gonna write your own as it comes to your heart. Okay, as it comes to your heart. Somebody says, please, what's purpose statement? Look at the slide. I said, purpose is what you are called to do. All right, it's the journey you are on. So the action there is what you are called to do. And how will it influence your world is the impact. So I exist. Faith Michael exists. Action to do this, right? To empower others. Then the impact there is so that they can live with clarity and confidence, so that they can live their best life, so that they can unleash their potential. That is for Coach Faith. Talk your own. All right, say your own. Okay, write your own. That's it. If you don't even understand it so well, write it the way you understand it. Okay, okay. Another person says, I don't understand. Okay, it's the same person. I hope you understand. Please, if you understand, type I understand. Type I understand so that I will move on. Okay? So we have about 4 more slides to go and we'll be rounding off. Okay? So your purpose is what you are called to do. Remember, we spoke about the 3 P's. The 3 P's. I'm going back now. The 3 P's, okay, of our the 3 levels of clarity. We spoke about purpose clarity, we spoke about personal clarity, and then we spoke about priority clarity. The under personal clarity, we started to deliberate on values. Under purpose clarity, we're saying what is your purpose statement? Okay, we're still going to talk about priority clarity. Okay, okay. Who understand? Okay, you understand now. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad you do. Okay, so now we're going to craft it. So here is a rule. How many of you know the Pareto principle? Okay, what if I don't even know what my purpose is? There is something that connects to you right now that you love to do. Maybe you are passionate about it. Yeah, that could be the action for you. All right. If you're passionate about sewing, you could say, how do we place it again now? You go back to the purpose statement. Okay, let me give you a clue. Okay, I exist to make dresses for men or for women so that they can look good, so that they can be happy, so that they can feel joyful. That's a purpose statement. It is going to grow with time. Okay, it's going to grow with time as you continue on the journey. I hope that's clear. Okay, so 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle. The Pareto principle says 80% of your results will come from 20% of your effort. Okay, it will come from 20% of your effort. So most people spend 80% of their time on things that produce 20% of their results. So when you have clarity, you can identify that crucial 20% and ruthlessly eliminate it. That is a very powerful way to stay productive. Okay? Pareto principle is powerful. You ask yourself on a daily basis, okay, what are those things I can do? 20% of my I can invest 20% of my energy into that can yield 80% of the result, not the other way around. Like you do 80 and you're expecting 20% result. How about doing 20 and getting 18%? That's the Pareto principle. So here is your day one action step. Identify your top 3 to 5 core values, write your purpose statement, and then list 3 things you are doing that don't align with your values. Okay, this is it. Take a screenshot, and then as you take a screenshot, we are going to, by tomorrow, we'll talk about priority clarity on a deeper level. Okay, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to stop here so that we can go and rest, do our assignment. So if you have any question, you can ask me. So take a screenshot of today's assignment, the 3 to 5 core values, and then write a draft purpose statement like the sample I gave you. And then you can also go ahead and list 3 things you are doing that don't align with your values. What are those 3 things you're doing right now? You don't like them, but they are really stalling your growth and they're stopping you from getting the results that you seek. So by tomorrow, okay, by tomorrow, we are going to, hold on. So by tomorrow, day 2, purpose and priority mapping is what we're going to have conversations around tomorrow. Okay, Pareto. Somebody should type Pareto so that Celebration Channel can understand. Okay, Pareto principle. All right, Pareto principle. Okay, you can check it out on Google to read more about it. Okay, Pareto, 80%. Some people commit 80% of their resources and they get 20% of results. We are saying, how about flipping it with this level of understanding to engage yourself 20% and then get 80% of results? That's going to be a lot of profit for you, right? It's just like you invest 2 million into a business and you're making 8 million naira profit. So in that regard, okay, but we're not necessarily talking about money. We're talking about your commitment to doing the work on a daily basis. It is called Pareto principle. By the rule, the principle was invented by a man called Pareto. Okay, that's why it is called the Pareto principle. If you go read more about it, okay. Somebody said I should share my slide. I'm not certain about that. I'm not. But you can watch the replay. The replay will be on this channel. Okay. So purpose clarity and priority mapping. So you're going to translate your purpose into daily actions. Tomorrow, you're going to understand the priority pyramid framework, and we're going to talk about how to say no without feeling guilty. And then we're going to design our ideal wheel that would also translate to months, to years, and thereabouts. Okay. That is it. That is it. That is it. So here's our final thought for today. Here's our final thought for today. Clarity is kindness. I like you to write that in your notes. Clarity is kindness. Clarity to yourself means you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. How many of you want to stop wasting time on things that don't matter this year? If you want to say, Coach Faith, I am tired. Say I'm tired, right? It means you stop wasting your time on the things that do not matter. All right, it's not selfish. It is called self-honoring. Called self-honoring. Okay, your most productive year. Let's do this again tomorrow. Yeah, I'm excited. Day one done. Who is excited? Who is excited? Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. Do we have a question? I can attend to one question. I can attend to one question. Let me open the slide again for the assignment. Okay. Let me open the slide again. I can attend to one question. Okay. This is your assignment. I can attend to one question. I don't know why my slide is flipping. What's wrong with it? Okay. So I can attend to one question and then we call it a day. Tomorrow we're going to meet again. Do your assignment. Oh my God, Ayomide is excited. Thank you, Ayomide. I'm glad you are excited. I recommended a lot of books today. A lot of books. Please, if you can remember any of the books, type it in the room. If you need me to remind you the authors, please do let me know as well. I mentioned a lot of books in the room. I also recommended my books, two of my books. Uh, you should get my books. Come on now, let me share this. You should get my books. Okay? This book is for $10. It's for $10. Okay. As a participant in this very program, if you want to get it, you get it for $3. Not the hard copy. You get a soft copy for $3. If you want to get the hard copy, it's $10. You can pay for your web if you are within Nigeria or anywhere you are. We can web it to you and you get your copy. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a powerful book. And then we have other books as well as e-copies. I also recommended Automate Your Growth. Automate Your Growth. You can also get that for a token of $3 throughout this program. You can get it, so it's open for you. Okay, somebody says Eat That Frog. Yeah, I recommended Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. It's a powerful book as well. Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. It's a great book that will change your perspective on how to handle the hard things first. Okay, and many a times, because we don't take action based on our values on a daily basis, we overwhelm ourselves and then we start feeling bad. We start feeling like we are not complete. Oh, I did not get the result. Balance is key. Okay. Somebody said, can you give an example? Let me see that question of what a purpose looks like now. Oh my God. Do you know that I have a program for next month? You would have to be in that program. Okay. But I really didn't want to talk about it, but it's something centered around purpose, right? But we're going to be going deeper to talk about purpose. I also have a workbook you can get, purpose project challenge. It's a workbook. You can get it. The workbook is for 3,000 naira. That's about $2 or so. You can get the workbook at your midday. It's going to teach you how to understand your purpose, how to break it down, because this is not a purpose class. I cannot keep teaching about purpose now. For that purpose project challenge, I had a program in December for a group of people, and it was really about purpose program. So you can get that workbook. It's a short workbook. All right. With it, you understand day one is what I should do, day two, day three, and then at the end of the day, you understand your purpose and how to structure a project that you can actually run with. So if you are interested, we'll share the link in the room as well. You can go get it, or you can just send a DM so I don't flood the room. Okay. A purpose project. When you say I should give an example, what I'm doing now is purpose, right? This is my purpose. Impact is my purpose. Do you understand? That's it. So, like I said, what you do with love, okay, as you connect to what you are sent to do here on earth, that is purpose. Okay, that is purpose. Using your gift to serve the world is purpose. If you know how to cook soup very well, ogbono soup. How many of you know how to eat ogbono soup? I love ogbono soup with a combo of okra, crayfish, okporo inside. What do you call that one? Meat and all of that, right? Sometimes they coach me. Yeah, I like food. Okay, so you see, if you know how to cook ogbono soup very well, and then you decided to be using ogbono soup to help people, to support people, all right, as you connect to what God has laid in your heart, the conviction in your heart, that is you doing purpose, all right? But it is deeper than that, it's deeper than that. But that's just from the beginning phase. As you go deeper, God introduces you to bigger dimensions, how to become a better steward, how to harness your giftings on a deeper level, how to work in accordance to His will. Because sometimes if we keep working based on what we love, what our passion and all of that, we may actually miss out on how we ought to execute. Because there's a pattern to execution when it comes to our purpose, as God has laid in our heart. There's a pattern to that. That's why God spoke about the fact that we need to understand His will for our lives per time. Because it's possible I know how to do plenty things, all right? And then you now be asking yourself, Coach, which one should I use? All right? That's where discernment comes in. That's where understanding your season comes in. That's where knowing God's um discerning God's voice comes in. So there's so much to talk about on that. All right. I hope I've been able to help you though. Or I hope I've been able to help you. If you need a workbook, you can also reach out. Okay. That is all for today. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Thank you for your time. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Nigeria time in class. Go ahead and do your assignment. Share in the room. I'll be so glad to read from you. Bye for now.